All right, Morfin versus Celie. This is a big set. I mean, admittedly, any set that has Morfin in it is a big set. But I think this tournament has a pretty big implication when it comes to the greater landscape of competitive UCH. Because, you know, for those who haven't been here, for those who are new, pretty recently, Morfin won 7 consecutive tournaments, the most anyone has ever won in a row. He finally lost in the Arbor Day LFT, losing to both Raito and Kreutz. And then he comes back for UCS Iridescent and wins again. So now the question for me is Morfin gonna come back and dominate the same way he used to? Is he gonna be able to get another one of those ridiculous streaks? Or is the status quo changing? Are there just too many people at the top level who are so good that winning a tournament with that level of consistency just isn't possible? That's the question, and I think Celie is one of those players who has a chance to upset the status quo. You know, Celie was gone for a long time, but historically, Celie is one of the greatest players of all time. I'd say surely in the top 5. And now that Celie's back and really grinding, I feel like we're going to be seeing, I feel like we could see some serious upsets. To be honest though, the thing I'm more excited for in a set like this, when I think of the best builders of all time in UCH, I think Morfin is a clear number 1. I think just the ability to win 7 in a row, in of itself, you can't do that without being that good at building, right? But I also think Celie is right up there with him. I mean, that's been the prevailing narrative for quite some time now. So how these two build is I think we're going to be seeing some serious mental games between the two. I mean, already, like Morfin, known for loving super jumps. Celie has been practicing super jumps, and Celie hasn't shied away at all from placing those early on. Because there's, I mean, it's kind of hard. It's kind of difficult to talk about the strategy because there's just so much context. There's so much context behind every single decision that goes into placing something in this game. Like, Morfin really likes super jumps. That's a well-known fact. But at the same time, placing a super jump, that's a very volatile setup, especially the one that he had at the start. As good as he is, there's a real chance that even Morfin can die to it 4 times. And Celie's been practicing super jumps. This is something that Celie can do. And when you're in a battle of wits, you know, just a complete match of strategy, you want to do anything you possibly can to avoid giving Celie an early lead. Because that's just, it gives them such an inherent advantage in everything that they do. And it just allows them to push that advantage to the finish. Wow, Morfin succumbing to that. Okay, it is clear to me, Morfin has practiced that corner boost. That is kind of insane how consistent he's getting it. I think this one block here might be pretty big for Celie. I know historically Celie has struggled with one blocks, but it looks like Celie did that with as much confidence as possible. I really can't pick out who has an advantage yet. Like, obviously Morfin has been getting through with more consistency in the early sections of the level. Okay, wow, great build by Morfin with that flower. Again, disrupting what Celie feels comfortable with. That is everything. Oh, that spring. What is the plan? Okay, yep, good decision on Celie's behalf. I think just outright getting rid of the advantage Morfin has with that corner boost that he has practiced, probably the right play. And Morfin's still struggling with that squeeze. This might be a weakness. Celie, no problem. Recognizes that that's just a coyote. There's no need to go for the squeeze. The real question is, did Morfin see that? Because if Morfin didn't see Celie doing it the easier way, he might still try and do this as a squeeze, and that could genuinely take all of his lives. Okay, he does the squeeze, but player as good as Morfin, that's... Doing it the wrong way is not enough to lose you a point. Oh, I love the build. I love the build. Normally, I'd say that's something that I feel favors Morfin, but I mean, it's clear Celie has been putting in work when it comes to a lot of the mechanical skill aspects of this game. So I don't feel confident in the way that I normally would. I think, okay, Morfin waiting till the last second. I think he has something here. Yep, yep. Okay, wait, Morfin has been really struggling with his squeezes so far. Okay, gets through there. The one saving grace here. I mean, Celie clearly has the advantage right now. Morfin's struggling with squeezes. The one saving grace is that he got rid of that squeeze at the end, keeping him in it. A match like this, that is so back and forth, it becomes a lot less about finding a long-term advantage and more about finding a single exploitable weakness in your opponent and striking. Because muscle memory in this game is so fluid, it's so dynamic, things can change in an instant. Maybe you're succeeding the entire game on one thing, and then suddenly it just kind of stops working for you. And sometimes playing at the top level it just becomes a game of being able to recognize when that's happening to your opponent. Okay, good play by Morfin. And just like that, Morfin was struggling so much with that the last round, and now he gets through it first try. Celie does still get through here, but I will say this doesn't feel free. No, I mean, far cry from being free. Morfin gets the inner spin. Does Celie have it? Celie does! This is some of the highest level UCH I've ever seen. And I'm not talking about sheer mechanics, it's just the fact that the way that they've been navigating the difficulty of the map and keeping it at just the range where they can score, and the fact that they've made it every time. Kind of ridiculous. Great placement by Morfin. That's going to force the one frame unless Celie counterbuilds, but even so, if Celie counterbuilds, Morfin now does have the opportunity to play something advantageous, and Celie has no way to answer. Although, I don't know, I don't think that... Oh, there was... Is that impossible? Well, we'll let them play it out. I'm sure they know. Celie failing that inner spin. This is a difficult inner spin. You have to do it from lower than you normally would. Okay, this could be the first round where either neither player makes it or both do. Neither player making it. Okay, no, there is still a path on the left. We're fine. Play here. What is Morfin's end game? Celie dying that squeeze so far really consistent with it, but that's wow, this black hole is insane. Celie almost getting through. Notice how Morfin, despite having an easy path to get through that, is opting to practice the NST to get into the gap. Because he recognizes that, like, there's no way he dies there. So if he can just practice an alternative method and maybe force that later, he has an advantage that he otherwise wouldn't be able to find. Morfin still has a life. I think he's just not going to take it. Yeah, okay. Morfin, not a fan of that black hole. Me personally, I can't blame him. I can't blame him. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that that's peak UCH. Oh, great build by Morfin. This is something that I feel like I've been talking about all day, where people will make a move that in theory is good, but they do it at the wrong time. You know? Morfin could try and make a change to that black hole. But instead, before he does that, he doesn't want it to be a round where people score. He doesn't want to force a scoring round until he has that advantage set up in the later half of the map. So, let's see. Players go a little... I think they both made the exact same mistake. I feel like if you laid them over top of each other, they'd be frame by frame exactly the same. Celie just waiting. Wow. That is a rare black hole glitch. A black hole glitch that gives an advantage. That's not something you see every day. I think thankfully for Celie here. Yeah, thankfully for Celie here, Morfin didn't abuse it. That definitely could have been, had he just run to the right, that could have been it. But wait a minute, Morfin makes it through! Celie out of lives. The question now, can Morfin figure this setup out with... Can Morfin figure out this setup with the Ferris wheel? It's going to take a little bit of adaptation, but this could be it for sure. Morfin taking his time, but there's not really that much time to take so many different cycles all aligning at once. Morfin can't get the one frame. Not going to get it here. But again, a point advantage isn't the only advantage you can find in this game. The fact that Morfin made it further than Celie gives him the ability to gain build advantage. And that's everything. In a game like this, that is everything. Morfin has to be careful about what he does with this dynamite here, because... Mind you, we are going to tiebreaker. More likely than not. Unless Morfin scores right now, we are going to be going to tiebreaker. So it's super worth saving things that you can bomb to make the map more difficult. Because that gives you more control when building in the tiebreaker. So, he didn't want to get rid of that barrel, which I think was a good decision. But Celie got rid of it regardless. Morfin close, does get in, but just not confident enough to go for the jump. You kind of can't allow yourself to react to hitting that. You kind of just need to go for it. Morfin, immediately after saying we're not adapting, does make it through, though. Okay. He has more time, but he still only has one life to go for this. The time is now. Doesn't get it. That was a 2-frame. That jump is just so difficult. Managing to get a 1-frame jump underneath the spike ball, under the pressure of only having 1 life left, no time to adapt. I mean, it's difficult. It is difficult. And again, Morfin, Celie going to tiebreaker. I feel like they're saying in the chat, I feel like they go to tiebreaker every time they play. Genuinely, it's... I mean, maybe that's just a testament to how close these two are. Maybe it's a testament to their skill when it comes to building, but... I'm not complaining. I'm ready for another tiebreaker. I feel like we're probably going to see that inner spin at the start go away. Maybe turn that into something with the spring. Okay, now the question is, how do you make this more difficult? I think Morfin kind of has to keep the setup the same as it has been, that one with the Ferris wheel, because he is advantaged when it comes to a 1-frame jump, but at the same time, this really is anyone's game. Morfin, so far getting through much faster, but I think with all the cycles at play here, it might not matter. Yeah, Morfin not going to get that one frame again. Does Celie have it? I think Celie might just be going for the jump height. Good thinking, but the cycles, again, not going to align. Okay. Celie at an advantage. But this setup is so ridiculously hard. It might stay the gatekeeper. It will. Even if you try and go for the earlier timing with Celie's method, that Arsaw is just right there. Morfin does get it. Okay. That being said, the squeeze at the end is still set up. Morfin taking his sweet time here. That glue by Celie is dangerous. Oh my goodness. Can Morfin find this? There's only 9 seconds left. You need to make a move, and you need to make it now. Morfin! It has to happen now. Not gonna get it. Morfin had it in the bag, but that glue by Celie. That is exactly the type of thing. Well, Morfin seems to have something to say about it, but that is exactly the type of thing that Celie is good at, and exactly the type of thing that's going to keep them in this game. If I'm Morfin, I mean, that has to go. Plain and simply, it has to go. This is going to be a contest of speed now. I don't want to speak too early, but I don't see a world where neither player makes it here. Morfin off to the early advantage. With things being nerfed how they are, the early advantage is kind of everything. Morfin getting through first. Barring a major mistake, this is looking like Morfin's game, and it is. To the wire between these two. Well, good game, good stuff to both players. It's going to be Morfin Variety Bear in the winners finals now.